Live and on demand from the WNY News Now studios in downtown Jamestown. This is WNY News Now.
And thanks for joining us for WNY News Now. On this Wednesday, I'm Justin Gould.
And I'm Matt Hummel. Happening now, a Jamestown man is facing charges following an overnight shooting. Details coming up.
Plus, a woman is facing drug charges after a Kennedy rollover crash. But first, Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter's here with a live look at our weather. Hey, Dakota.
Hey, Justin and Matt, and happy Wednesday, everybody. And today is going to be another day of heat and humidity. It has finally came back once again. So first defense Doppler, clear right now, but we will see some pop-up showers and storms through the afternoon. But our biggest concern is going to be tomorrow. As we've been telling you, there's a low pressure area right up here. You see that little spin in the atmosphere just underneath the banner. There's a low pressure area that's sweeping to our north that has a warm front that's moving through, then a cold front that's going to move through on Thursday. And with that, there's the potential for some severe thunderstorms tomorrow. So the Storm Prediction Center has all of Western New York under a standard slight risk. That's a level 2 out of 5 for severe thunderstorms tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow evening. The main threats from this are mainly looking to be gusty winds and heavy rain, but a touch of hail is definitely not out of the question here. The tornado threat is rather low, but again, because it's low doesn't mean it's zero, but we don't think that's going to be the main issue. We think it's going to be gusty winds and heavy rain, and of course we'll time that out a little bit later on. But for today, hour by hour, again, scattered afternoon and evening showers and storms. You know how these work. They pop up and fall apart throughout the afternoon hours, and when you see this big dip in the temperatures, that's where the computer is estimating we'll see some of the rain, and but it will be warmth, humidity, and storms through the day. We'll time out that severe threat tomorrow plus the weekend with that 7-day later on in the show. Justin and Matt.
All right, looking forward to it, Dakota. Thank you. Our top story, a City of Jamestown man is charged after he allegedly shot at a vehicle multiple times on Liberty Street last evening. Jamestown police say they determined that 28-year-old Nathaniel Hollins Jr. was allegedly the shooter. In addition, police reportedly located and recovered the suspected handgun used in that shooting in a nearby backyard. Hollins was arrested on charges of criminal possession of a weapon, criminal use of a firearm, and reckless endangerment. Police say Hollins is a convicted felon and doesn't possess a New York State pistol permit. No injuries, thankfully, were reported in that shooting.
A woman was seriously injured during a vehicle rollover crash on Route 394 in the town of Poland last night. New York State Police say the vehicle's driver, 36-year-old Haley Jimerson, fell asleep after allegedly taking methamphetamine earlier in the evening. While Jimerson was unconscious, the vehicle reportedly drove off the right side of the roadway, struck a guardrail head-on, and then spun 180 degrees, striking the guardrail again. Troopers say the backseat passenger, 53-year-old Hope Rashlin, was not wearing a seatbelt at the time of the crash. Hope was thrown into the front seat and struck the windshield. She was flown to Hammett Hospital in Erie. Troopers say she broke her back and suffered severe head trauma. Now, Jimerson and the front passenger, 30-year-old Zachary Rashlin, was taken to UPMC Chautauqua by Falconer and Ellington Fire Departments with minor injuries. Jimerson is charged with criminal possession of a controlled substance, DWAI drugs, and leaving lane unsafely. In addition, police say she may be charged with vehicular assault, pending results of a blood test.
And 2 Village of Celeron residents were charged with 5 counts of endangering the welfare of a child after Town of Ellicott police said they found the children in deplorable living conditions. Police say they originally responded to a welfare check on July 5th at this address, 10 Venice Street, you see there in Celeron. Officers reportedly entered the home and found the residents to be in deplorable conditions and that the children ranging from ages 3 to 11 were left to take care of themselves while the pair slept. 31-year-old Andrew Kendall and 25-year-old Nicole Blake were charged. Police said Kendall also had a parole warrant and was charged with 7th-degree possession of a controlled substance. Now, both suspects were remanded to Chautauqua County Jail for arraignment.
New York State's Division of Criminal Justice Services is preparing to seal marijuana convictions once the state's marijuana decriminalization bill is signed into law. According to the Division of Criminal Justice Services, more than 200,000 pot convictions will be sealed because of the new law. Under the legislation passed earlier this year, marijuana possession of under 2 ounces will result in a fine of no more than $200. The division says they are reviewing the specific requirements to determine what modifications will need to be made. In addition, the division says that they currently lack a method for expunging criminal records. Statewide, nearly 25,000 people are expected to have no criminal record in the state after sealing takes place. Governor Andrew Cuomo, however, has not signed the bill into law yet.
Yeah, very interesting, nevertheless. Happy Wednesday to everyone. Thanks so much for tuning in and hanging out with us this afternoon. Certainly, that's a pretty big number, I suppose, statewide. Maybe not so much, though, with seeing how many people would be off the hook criminal record-wise based off of this. Obviously, this is only in New York State, not in other states if you were busted for some sort of marijuana possession or something like that. So I think a lot of people are still waiting for Governor Cuomo to actually sign this into law. They were, I know some critics in Albany who are for the bill was expecting it kind of immediately, but he hasn't done it yet. So certainly we will keep everyone updated on that, let you know when it happens and if it happens. Certainly, I think he's either going to veto it or he's going to sign it. So
well, Wendy says sign it. Hello, Wendy.
Hello, Wendy, to you. Hopefully you are having a good day. Hello to Josh as well. Thanks so much for joining us. Seth, hello to you. Gary is here. Nice to see you. Pam, hello. Let's see. Joseph is here. Butch. Kelly. Lori is here as well. Hopefully you all are having a wonderful day and enjoying this nice weather, although today is going to be a lot hotter than it was yesterday for sure. Hot and humid, I think, is the story. Boy. Coming up, a group of Western New York Republicans are encouraging a Medal of Honor recipient to run for Congress. We have the deets.
But first, a Fredonia church is installing a new steeple in the wake of a devastating fire. Dakota.
It's hot and humid. You know what to do. Drink water, stay inside during the hottest part of the day. We all know that. 81 over 63 is where we were yesterday. The record high for today is 98. That'll stay safe for another year, but more storms are on the way. We'll talk about it next. WNY News Now continues in a minute. Don't go away.
Live and on demand, you're watching WNY News Now.
Now open in downtown Jamestown, Pearl City Hops, restaurant and tavern.
I have some real old-timey dishes on there that I'm just giving new life to. Like there's a shepherd's pie on there that's going to have some bison in it, real thick hearty gravy. Then I'm also doing beer flights. We're pairing it with a set of sliders, a set of tacos, and a set of mini rolls. So everything's going to have its own pair, so you can get a taste of a little bit of everything and all the beers. We don't want to be known as the restaurant in the hotel. We want to be known as Pearl City Hops.
You're watching WNY News Now, your source for breaking news.
Want weather now? Download the WNY News Now mobile app and stay up to date on severe weather alerts. Plus, anytime hazardous weather strikes, stick with the Southern Tier's only 24/7 streaming network that keeps you safe. You're all in a tornado warning, so now is the time to go to a safe place, small room, lowest floor, near the center, away from windows. What are you waiting for? Download the WNY News Now mobile app today. It's free in the Apple App Store and Google Play Store.
And happening now around 14 months after a devastating fire destroyed the iconic family church, Fredonia Clock Tower, a new steeple will be installed Wednesday. Starting around 8 this morning, the new steeple was installed in 3 phases. The final cap raised via crane was set around 10:30. The 100-year-old bell tower burned up in flames back in May of 2018 after a copper gutter blew off the church, landing on a nearby transformer, causing fire. Family Church Fredonia previously spent $1.4 million in renovations when they moved into the church back in 2017. Now, during the fire, the interior of the building suffered heavy smoke and water damage as well. Those improvements are estimated to cost over $250,000, and so far a GoFundMe page has raised more than $7,000.
And a group of Western New York Republicans is courting Medal of Honor recipient Dave Bellavia to run for Congress. The Iraq War veteran ran in 2012 and lost to Representative Chris Collins in the Republican primary. Now, Collins is facing trial on charges of money laundering and hasn't said yet whether he'll seek re-election next year. He's currently pled not guilty in that case. Bellavia supporters launched draftbellavia.com on Tuesday. Organizers say the campaign-style website is meant to show him the level of support for a possible candidacy. Now, Bellavia received the Medal of Honor from President Trump last month, and he hasn't ruled out a run, but he says he's not interested in using the award to bolster his chances of getting elected.
Woodstock 50 promoters say they're appealing after being denied a local permit to stage the festival in an upstate New York horse track. The town of Vernon ruled on Tuesday that the application to stage the festival at the Vernon Downs track and casino was too late and incomplete. Vernon Downs emerged as a possible site for the August 16th through 18th anniversary festival after the original venue, Watkins Glen International, pulled out last month. Woodstock 50 organizers said in an email on Tuesday night that they remain hopeful that they could prevail through the repeal and reapplication process. They denied that the application was incomplete and said they believe unspecified, quote, political forces were working against the festival. The festival has faced other setbacks, including the losses of a financial partner and a production company.
Very interesting. Well, in health news, working out can shed some pounds, tone up, and help us all live a little bit longer.
Mm-hmm.
But there could be another hidden benefit that Matt Hummel isn't seeing right now. As Meredith Wood reports, it's not about physical strength, but it's about booming brain power, too.
Does it make you smarter, too? Neuroscientists at Oregon Health and Science University studied mice and found that short bursts of exercise boost the part of the brain associated with learning and memory.
You know, it's true. Mice are not humans. We know that many of the basic elements that are involved in memory formation in mice are identical to those in humans. And these have been studied down to the molecular levels.
Westbrook, a senior scientist who worked on the study, says previous research focused on the benefits of regular exercise on overall health. But neurologists wanted to know the brain-specific benefit of working out. The study specifically measured the brain's response to single bursts of exercise in otherwise sedentary mice. The short-term bursts of exercise in mice, which is compared to about 4,000 steps for humans, was enough to prime the brain for learning. Westbrook says they're working to prove a direct link between the two.
The message is, you know, you don't have to be going to the gym every day, although that's great if you do, but, you know, even taking a long walk can have a positive effect.
For today's Health Minute, I'm Meredith Wood.
All right, Meredith, very interesting. Thank you.
Brain power, you're right.
Yeah.
I could use it today.
Yeah, I think we all probably could. I don't know. Sometimes I think Wednesdays, I know you're in the groove of the week, but are rough because it's like at that. I don't know. I always get tired out. So maybe we should just hit the gym more and try to increase that brain power and have less coffee. Or don't they say coffee's good for you now though, as long as you don't have a lot of sugar in it.
They change that like every single
Dakota
day.
always talks about that. He's like, they're always changing these health things. I don't believe him. But what are you going to do? What are you going to do? So happy Wednesday to all of you. Hopefully you are having a good day out there. Hello to David for joining us. Thanks so much. Hello to Amy. Hello to Jennifer. Beth is here as well. Thank you all for tuning in. Yeah, Joe says hit the YMCA up. Yeah, they have a pretty nice gym up there. So a lot of programs too to kind of get people interacted. Coming up, Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter, he's going to get us interacted with his weather in just a bit.
And later on, a comedic fundraiser to raise money for veteran flag holders will take place this weekend. Details ahead as News Now continues.
EagleZip.com is your local one-stop shop for all of your home and business computer needs. Located on Fluvan Avenue Extension, just outside of Jamestown, EagleZip.com sells and services all brands of desktops and laptops, as well as servers and network equipment for your business. All new computer sales include transferring your data from your old computer plus a 2-year warranty. Call EagleZip.com today.
Stop by EagleZip.com today and let us make computers easy for you.
With coverage that matters, this is WNY News Now.
Extra, extra, read all about it. Not tomorrow, but right now on the WNY News Now mobile app. Follow local news as it happens.
Top story: a Forestville man's weather video has gone viral.
And stay informed with the Southern Tier's only 24/7 streaming network.
Our Matt Hummel is standing by live outside of Chautauqua County Court with more on this case. Matt, good afternoon to you.
Download the WNY News Now app right now. It's free on the Apple App Store and Google Play Store.
First Defense Weather, the Southern Tier's only live and local weather source. Now, here's Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter.
And welcome back. And everybody made it into the 80s yesterday. How about 81? That was the official high in Jamestown yesterday. 81 also in Dunkirk. 82 in Erie. Everybody made into the 80s. Even you, Olean. You're often the coldest spot because you're down there in the valley. So you often stay cooler. But no, everybody made it into the 80s. Now, once again, the humidity will still be up there. So we have oppressive humidity today, oppressive humidity tomorrow. Cold front plows on through Thursday night, Friday, dropping the humidity back down to a pleasant feeling before it spikes back up again for the weekend and into next week. That's how it goes. We're in June. This is not June. We're in July. This is the way July is supposed to feel, hot and humid. So, yeah, that's the way it's supposed to feel. Right now, we have some clouds on the HD News Now cam right now. Currently, already, it's 82 at noon hour right now with a variable wind of 5. Got a dew point of 65, so that creates a heat index of 84 degrees. That's what it feels like when you walk outside right now, currently in the mid-80s. All right, here we go with that severe weather threat for tomorrow. So this is mainly going to be an afternoon and evening threat. So the main timing window, as we see it, from about 2 o'clock to 5 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. Now, these storms are going to be fast-moving, so with that being a fast-moving storm system, that means strong winds are going to be our main threat here, but these could produce some heavy rain. We don't expect a lot of flooding issues because, again, these storms are going to be fast-moving, so they're not going to have a lot of time to lay down a lot of heavy rainfall, but there could be a touch of some hail within these storms, and again, the tornado threat is low, but it doesn't mean it's zero. There's just a little bitty chance that there could be some small rotation in a couple of these storms, but that's not the main problem. But in terms of the overall risk from this, it's mainly going to be some from wind damage. We don't think flooding is going to be the main problem. So here we go. Once again, the Storm Prediction Center has the entire region under a standard slight risk. That's this yellow color. That's a level 2 out of 5. That's really the standard risk for pretty much everybody in Western New York and Northwest PA, except for you, Erie. You've got a marginal risk down there. So again, we'll show you what's going on right now, and it's this system you see right here. It's actually moving to our west and north, but there's a warm front out ahead of that cold front that's going to plow on through, and that is going to produce the weather story for tomorrow. And noteworthy, we now have Tropical Depression number 2 down here in the Gulf. This is going to become Tropical Storm Barry by tomorrow, and it will ultimately strengthen into at least a Category 1 hurricane before it makes landfall somewhere between Houston and New Orleans. So we don't expect any impacts from that for us right now, but that's noteworthy in case you have friends or family down there or we have a planned trip. Here we go with Future Scan. We'll show you what's going on. So here's these pop-up showers and storms through the day. You know how they work. They pop up and fall apart at random times through the afternoon, but not everyone's going to see a storm today. So that'll clear on out tonight. Few scattered showers tonight going into tomorrow. And then here we go as the front approaches. Widespread showers and storms. And again, some of these could contain some gusty winds and maybe a touch of hail. And then they all clear out of here as we go into Friday. And then Friday, that cold front plows on through, which means cooler and less humid. So overnight tonight, 66 the average low, early thunderstorms, otherwise partly cloudy, and another muggy night. And then as we get into tomorrow morning, a few showers in the morning, maybe a couple rumbles of thunder, but it's going to be a stifling start to the day, around 73 degrees as you wake up, but that humidity is going to make it feel a lot warmer than that. As we head into the afternoon, 82, and again, there's the chance for some thunderstorms, but it's going to feel a lot more warmer than this when you add the humidity in there. Again, slight chance for severe thunderstorms defined by the Storm Prediction Center. The next 7 days of your life are coming up right now, and And again, we highlight Thursday in red for that severe potential, but still tropical-like humidity, 75 Friday after that cold front moves on through. Fantastic weekend with lots of sunshine, temperatures into the 80s, and temperatures start to rise once again along with that humidity early next week. Sports is next. Don't go away.
Invest in your business or cause by letting the marketing gurus at WNY News Now and WNY Media Company grow your business.
Purchase an ad much like the one you are watching now on WNY News Now's daily show, News Now at Noon, WNYNewsNow.com, or our brand new mobile app.
And then get feedback from our marketing experts and fans alike.
And finally, watch your business grow.
As an added bonus, Community Partners messages will run not only on our scheduled programming, but on weather alerts and breaking news as well.
Plus, messages are shared on WNY Sports Now programming. Anything from a live local basketball game to the Phone Zone Sports Desk.
Become part of our family today.
And contact us right now.
You're watching WNY News Now, where coverage comes first. WNY Sports Now is powered by Phone Zone of Jamestown. With the largest inventory around, we buy and sell our own merchandise at a price that can't be beat. Have a broken screen? We'll fix it. Learn more at phonezoneshop.com.
Happy Hump Day, sports fans, and welcome back to WNY News Now. I'm Norm Rodriguez with a look at sports. In less than 2 weeks, on July 22nd, the Jamestown Jackals basketball team, along with the Bust-Eye Church of God, will be hosting an Upwards Youth basketball camp. Taking place at the Bust-Eye Church of God in Jamestown, there will be a slot for the boys from 9 a.m. until noon. Then the girls' slot will be from 1 to 4 p.m. Running from July 22nd to the 25th, the fee for one child to participate in the basketball camp is $90. Tickets can be purchased online on www.upward.org. The American League won the MLB All-Star Game for the 7th consecutive year on Tuesday night, defeating the National League 4-3. Joey Gallo went yard for the AL, and he, Michael Brantley, and Jorge Polanco each drove in an RBI. For the NL, Charlie Blackmon hit a homer and had an RBI. Pete Alonso drove in a pair of runs. Masahiro Tanaka of the Yankees was credited with the win, with fellow Yankee Aroldis Chapman reeling in the save. Cleveland Indians pitcher Shane Bieber was named the All-Star MVP, striking out the side in his one inning pitched. The MLB regular season will resume tomorrow night. Starting tomorrow, 3 playoff games will be played in the Jamestown Parks Recreation and Conservation City Co-ed softball league, with the first pitch for all 3 games being at 6:30. One of the games will be played at Danielson Park, with the other 2 being played at separate fields in Bergman Park, with the playoffs taking place from Thursday until August 15th at the minimum. A 10-run rule will be enforced for all of the games. That's it for sports today. Justin and Matt, back to you.
Alrighty, Norm, thank you very much. Well, a comedic fundraiser to raise money for veteran flag holders will take place this weekend. Rob Will, he's best known as Jamestown's 67th funniest comedian, will host comedians Dobie Maxwell, Mr. Lucky, and Bill Gorgo at the Frewsburg American Legion. Now, Will told WNY News Now the comedic fundraiser is a huge opportunity to have some laughs and help a good group of vets here in the community.
The Dwyer program here locally, the United Veterans Council, the Veterans of Modern Warfare Chapter 20, all of those groups are veterans, helping veterans, doing veteran stuff. So, coming out to support this show, you'll be supporting them also.
Now, Will is a U.S. Army veteran who served from 1987 to 1990. Now, repairing M1 tank turrets in the Army. Will started his comedic career only after suffering some pain. He suffered a traumatic brain injury while working for a welding distributor after he was hit by a 2,000-pound argon cylinder. Will said that he this was his fourth major head injury in his lifetime. He doesn't let that injury define him, though. He uses it to inspire him to perform comedy. Pretty amazing. Pre-sale tickets are $15 and can be ordered at the Legion or by calling 716-450-6786. Tickets the night of the performance are $17 at the door. Will said all proceeds from the event go towards the Veteran Flag Holders Group, and that we have details right now on how you can buy tickets and that number at WNYNewsNow.com.
Absolutely, and what a great story. I mean, holy cow, to live through, 4 brain injuries like that.
And aid us to really still be here through all of that is amazing. And B, to use his talent as a comedian is great. And he really is funny. Like, he's got that witty type of comedy when he came in and talked to us earlier this week. And, it's just such a pleasure to have a conversation with him. I'm sure it'll be one of many more, I hope anyways.
Absolutely.
So please, if you can't get out and support this fundraiser, come this weekend. So Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter, luckily that fundraiser's inside, and hopefully they have some AC. I don't know if they do at the Legion or not, but
they might.
It could be kind of warm, no?
That's when?
Saturday.
Yeah. So Saturday's not looking all that bad. Perfect weekend, though. But for tomorrow, we've got the chance for scattered afternoon for thunderstorms. Tomorrow afternoon, some of them could be strong to severe. We're around 82 degrees. And, of course, we'll keep the Weather Center staff tomorrow to keep you updated on that. And the weather computer is just being an idiot today. It just doesn't want to cooperate. So there's the 7-day. And, again, the cold front plows on through Thursday night. It actually cools us off and drops the humidity. I think the weather computer is being affected by the heat and humidity.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, at least the AC's back in our studio. I know we were complaining about that a couple weeks ago.
I think we need to give the weather computer a nice swift kick in the rear end.
Yeah.
Right, here comes the
go ahead and do that. We want to watch it. Go ahead.
Sure.
Yeah, go.
What?
Go kick into the leg. Go kick into the rear. All right. All right, thanks, Dakota. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in and hanging out with us today. Here's a live look of Birders Bay on Chautauqua Lake. Not too bad out there if you're heading out on the water. News continues 24/7 at WNYNewsNow.com. We'll see you back here tomorrow.